This is Fountain Pendulum. In this video, I want to talk to you about the rabbit hole I have fallen down of traveler's notebooks. So, I've always been intrigued by traveler's notebooks. I love leather products, and this is a lovely leather product, but I never understood them or how they worked, and I'm not really much of a journaler, so that was kind of not a priority. But lately, for reasons that I can't fully recall or understand anymore, I decided to get a traveler's notebook. And I decided to get the passport size, which is the smallest size. And I got it. I'm going to do a overview on it, but the problem is I've fallen down the rabbit hole and I started doing research on all the different companies, or I should say, a lot of different companies that make them and the differences. And this all kind of started because I got this original Midori's Traveler's Notebook, and it didn't really suit my needs. So I'm going to talk about all the things in the overview. I'm going to talk about all the things I really love about it, and then where, for me personally, it fell short, and how that led to me falling down the rabbit hole of looking at all the different companies and the differences. And I'm going to start doing overviews of all of them, all the ones that I was especially intrigued to try anyway. That is the plan. I have orders in place, and they're starting to come in. So, um, let's just look at this really quickly. I'm not going to do a full overview, but this is, again, the passport size. It's the smallest one. It's like the size of a hand, basically. And it's leather, good quality leather. And it has an elastic to open it with. And then it's kind of the natural suede on the other side. And it will have an elastic here that connects on this little rivet. And this is the only functional part, and this is just for backing. And then this is the elastic that holds it closed. So it's a very simple system. That's what I've gone crazy about. And it also has a little thread bookmark. So again, I'm going to go over the full details on the overview, but this is what a passport notebook is. Now, when it comes to the overviews I'm going to be doing, and the different brands and all that, here's something to keep in mind. If you like traveler's notebooks, even if it's not the passport size, all this research and all these overviews are very helpful to compare the quality, the build, the leather characteristics between all these brands, even if you like the full size one. In fact, even if you like notebooks in general, because for most of these companies, whatever leather they're using on their traveler's notebooks, they're also using on their notebooks most often, from what I've seen. So here is the plan. Okay, so this is the plan. This is the rabbit hole. I'm specifically looking into the passport sizes, and I've already mentioned where it's applicable. All right, so I just showed you the original Traveler's Notebook. That is by Midori. And I'm going to do an overview of that following this video separately. We're getting a Chic Sparrow, we're getting a Galen Leather, and we're getting a Sojourner. I'm really excited about all of these, and I wouldn't have ordered them all if I didn't think that they represented fabulous products. So that's what's coming. I tried to look into whether or not Superior Labor makes one. I couldn't find one. If you know if they do, comment for me in the comments below, because I looked and looked and I couldn't find anything. I know they make notebook sleeves, but specifically traveler's notebooks with elastics and so on. Now, there's some interesting offerings on Amazon, and I have ordered those too. And these will be sooner than the rest of them because the shipping was faster. So, two brands on that. I think they're probably the two most common potentially on Amazon. I'm not really sure. And then these are all brands that I looked into and I researched and I decided not to order. So I'm giving them honorable mention because none of the items on this list would I not recommend under certain circumstances. I just chose that they weren't the right fit for me. And I feel like these are stronger contenders. That's why I ordered them. And they also are bigger brands. So maybe there's a reason why the bigger brands are bigger brands. It's because there's superior products or better designed or whatnot. But that doesn't mean that these smaller companies don't have fabulous products. And maybe in some respects, they are better. But for the criteria that I'm looking for, they just didn't make the cut. So, what I'm looking for, um, specifically, that you'll be seeing in these videos is the following: good quality leather, preferably top grain. And I'll put a link into a blog or an article I've read about the different leather qualities. I found it very helpful. So the quality of the leather. Next is um, the elastic situation. So that has to be that's a must for a traveler's notebook, in my opinion. And I find it preferable to have multiple elastics instead of just one functional one. Um, and that's because of a shortcoming I find on the traveler's notebook Midori system. So I'll go into that in the review. It doesn't matter if the sleeves are raw on the inside or some of them have lining. I think lining is beautiful, but it's not a must for me. Um, the biggest thing, other than the elastic and the leather quality to me, is the size. And I found the Traveler's Midori size to be an issue. It's too small. And in my review, I'm going to cover why. So it's shy of 8 inches long, and it's about 5 1/4 in this direction. So like tall, I guess. Yeah, so those are the qualifiers, and I guess we'll get into that as I do each particular review. So, yeah, let me know your experience with, do you have a traveler's notebook? Are you thinking about getting one? How many do you have? What brands do you recommend? And if there are any brands that I did not cover on here that you would recommend, let me know because I would be very interested. Let me know what your favorite company is for your traveler's notebooks, whether it's Passport or not. And I'll see you shortly on the following video. The next one up will be the review of the Midori Traveler's Notebook. Thank you.